Yes, you're actually outside of our catchment area, so you would need to be referred by your consultant.
A week after she was diagnosed with an antibody disorder and began treatment, Naomi suffered her 4th miscarriage and has returned with Paul to find out why.
So just basically going to do an internal, just look through both uterus and ovaries, just have a look, make sure.
The hospital did a hormone blood test to confirm whether I was pregnant, and I called the next day and they said yes.
Excellent. Okay.
But I couldn't convince myself that it was actually for real. And I think the following day I did come on normally. It was only 4 weeks after my last period, so it was probably a natural miscarriage.
The scan confirms that there is no pregnancy tissue remaining in Naomi's womb to cause complications.
Excellent. We went from being on a really, really big high to being totally depressed again. I don't think I'm very positive.
You're not positive. You're not.
And the overwhelming likelihood of this miscarriage is it was genetically abnormal, okay, which arises purely randomly. It doesn't matter if you were taking aspirin and heparin, that pregnancy would have miscarried.
When do I start taking the heparin again?
With a positive pregnancy test.
Right, okay.
But I think your chances overall of having a successful pregnancy together are actually pretty good.
And now we've sort of started all over again to try and make her fall pregnant. It's a bit...
The emotions, all over the place.
It's like a roller coaster.
And you've got to approach it in a kind of fun kind of way. You've not got to try and think, you know, this is a serious thing and I'm desperate to get pregnant.
I just try and enjoy myself. And I think if I enjoy myself, I can forget about it and not think about it.
Because it feels kind of clinical. It feels like you're just having sex instead of trying to have a family.
And it gets harder and harder every month, doesn't it? More and more stressful.
The clock still ticks.
Yeah, the clock ticks. The same thing happens. You go through all the same feelings of, well, am I going to come on? Aren't I going to come on? I'm due to come on today at 11:30 this evening. So we're waiting.
We don't clock watch.
We don't clock watch at all. No.
We've only come up with one main name at the moment. Now, whether it's a boy or a girl, no matter what, its middle name will be Bobby.
Why Bobby?
You don't really want to know, do you?
Oh, West Ham.
It's not just West Ham, is it? It's the only English football player to lift the World Cup as a captain.
You are sad sometimes, Lucas.
To be honest, I've not enjoyed the pregnancy at all. You have such an idea of, to be a woman, how wonderful it'd be to be pregnant, to just feel something growing inside of you. And I don't feel any of that. So I hope that if the labour goes all right, it'll kind of restore some of that.
She's still convinced that it's not going to happen. She's still not 100% sure that she's pregnant, and she doesn't feel pregnant because she's still got this thing in her head that it's not real. To Rachel, it'll never be until she's actually got it in her arms, but even then I think she'll still have a problem. I personally think she's going to suffer after the baby.
Rachel is 35 weeks pregnant, but the recurrent miscarriage team are still keeping a close eye on her baby's growth.
For many of the patients that we look after here who've had so many problems and disappointments in the past, when we get up to about 35 weeks, if there's the first sniff of a problem, we already start thinking about, well, perhaps we should consider delivering this baby earlier. So I suppose the adage there is it's better out than in sometimes.
As Rachel and Gary approach the time when their first baby may finally arrive, other patients from the clinic are still waiting for their fortunes to change. With treatment, Paul and Naomi know that their future is more hopeful, but still uncertain.
I really don't know how long to try for. Don't know how much more time it will take before I totally crack.
When I first met her, she said to me that she didn't really want a family. And I had in my head of all these, you know, I wanted to have the house and the car and the family and the holidays.
He was so, like, enthusiastic about it, and I just feel like I've kind of ruined everything. And that was the one thing I think I never really wanted to do. And so I suppose I do feel like it is all my fault.
Marisa's last pregnancy failed due to a chromosome abnormality, but she's pregnant again, and under the care of St. Mary's, her pregnancy is progressing normally.
I feel that this time gonna be all right. This time I'm gonna succeed. Let's see.
In Scarborough, Joanne and Dave have decided to continue their quest for a brother or sister for Olivia.
We've thought long and hard, haven't we, about what life will be like if we don't have a second child, and it's something that we will just have to accept and be thankful for what we have got. But it's a big reality that this is us, this is our family unit, the three of us, and you know, that's the probability really.
Sometimes you do wonder why you are putting yourself through such turmoil for this child. You do wonder sometimes. Don't make you change your mind, mind you, but you do wonder why you're doing it. And you just hope that it all works out right in the end.
Eight months ago, Rachel and Gary saw their baby's heartbeat for the first time. Now, after 7 years of trying, and with 6 miscarriages behind them, Rachel has been admitted to hospital to have her labour induced.
I don't think we ever really thought it was ever going to really happen, did we, after all the stuff that's gone through? You can't believe it yourself.
This was never the plan. Never thought I'd be going through pain.
What was the plan?
I don't know.
Just thought she was going to go down Tesco's and pick one up off the shelf.
I think I lost the idea of having a baby after a few of them, and now I'm just in denial still that it's going to hurt. I'm going to get a baby. I think I need to face it.
"24 hours after being admitted, Rachel's contractions are stronger and more frequent. Her labour is finally underway. Rachel's mother, Maggie, is on hand for moral support.
Don't fight it, Rachel. Just keep go. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. You're doing really well.
Breathe. Go with it. That's it. You can do this. No. Breathe. No. That's it. Let it out. Big, deep breath. Big, deep. You can do it.
Can't be much longer.
Oh, that was a long one.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing.
One more.
Okay.
Deep breath in.
That's it. Hand. That's it. Stop.
Every last little bit of strength.
Hey, there we are. Hello. Hey. Do you want to cut the cord?
No, just...
No? Okay. I'll do that. Oh, that's it. Nice, good try. Well done. There you are. Look what you have.
It's a girl.
Oh.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Look at her and kind of think, is she really ours? Or have we just stolen her? Everything that has happened just has gone because she's just